Yeah. Well, so we back at it. You know, we always at it, man. It's a lot going on. But it's the middle of the summertime, dog days of summer, even though it's not that warm. I mean, it's not that hot. It's warm. It's nice and warm. But it's not that hot and everything. But we about to get this thing popping. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily. Go get it, Mister. Number 1012, 1K12. Yeah. Yeah, for July 10th, 2017. All right. So yesterday we covered why some women may hate men, and we did the show this morning, and I think that we covered a lot of ground. And it turns out that there's a lot of man hate going on out there with the ladies. But this evening, today, we want to talk about the man side of it, because I do believe that the males should have their say so. I mean, I think I did a little something that was irresponsible yesterday. I pretty much said that when a woman hates men, the man hating women normally don't really hate men. They hate the experiences that they've had with men. And I got to thinking about that, and I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't really fair. I don't think I gave my brothers the respect that they deserve and the understanding and consideration that they deserve. You know, like, why should women not really hate men, but hate the experiences that they've had with men, which has shaped their attitude, their thinking, and their point of view about the opposite sex. What, a man can't experience the same thing? So I want to take this opportunity to change that up. I want to switch that up. I'm not taking that angle on it anymore. I want to say this. You know, without being a woman hater myself, I'm going to say that anybody's experiences with anybody or anything, hey, how y'all doing? With anybody or anything can shape the way that you feel about things. So if a man has had many negative experiences with women, the women that he's dealt with, the women that he's desired, the women that he's stepped to, tried to get with, tried to build something with, the women that he's been married to, the women that he's gone with, the women that he's interacted with. And if all of his or most of his interactions with those women have been negative, well, what conclusion is he supposed to draw as far as stereotyping is concerned? And I know we shouldn't stereotype anybody, but listen, if I don't get nothing across, I want to get this across. I don't believe that all men who have a problem with women or who hate women are gay. I heard a lot of that. Yesterday. A lot of those first assumptions was that a man was gay if he has a problem with women, or that he has mommy issues. Now, that's not to say that some men who hate women. That's not to say that some men who hate women may not have an identity crisis, a sexual identity crisis. That's not to say that they may not have repressed feelings of homosexuality. But I don't think that applies to all of the men who have a problem with women. There's just too much to consider when you go into it. And if we're going to say that, let me put it this way: if we're not going to say that all women who hate men are dykes, then how can we say that all men that hate women are, homos or whatever? We can't do that. So we have to be fair. All right. So being fair, I'm going to say this: I do think that most men, or a lot of men who have had problems with women or that hate women, I do think that they probably have had mommy issues somewhere along the line. That definitely seems feasible to me. That sounds understandable to me. That sounds reasonable to me. That sounds plausible to me. That sounds like it may have a hint of truth to it. Now, what does that mean exactly, though? Mommy issues. Does that mean that they didn't receive the love that they required at a very young age? It could be that. Could it be that they grew up without a mother? It could be that. Could it mean that their mother never gave them never portrayed herself as the type of woman that a young man could respect, and therefore in turn he did not respect her? It could be that too. And is it right for a man for any reason not to respect his mother? Probably not. But we know for a fact that just because some things are supposed to be the way they're supposed to be, that doesn't mean that they're going to be the way that they're supposed to be. And we have to take that into consideration. I just wanted to make sure that we give the brothers out here some consideration. You know, we often highlight the fact that a lot of men dog women out. We accept that in our society. We almost expect that in our society. We accept that a lot of men have had a lot of children that they're not taking responsibility for, that they're not providing for financially. Even just, you know, providing moral support and being there for them, you know, just making sure that they are projecting themselves as a father figure. We know that we have problems in our community relating to that. Well, we also have to take into consideration that a lot of women out here who are supposed to be good mothers aren't. You know, we have to take the good with the bad, and we have to take the whole picture, the whole thing into consideration, and give credit where credit is due. Take away credit where it's not earned. So why would a man ever claim to hate women? Now, very rarely do you hear a man actually admit to hating women. It normally shows through his actions. You know, so he'll be disrespectful to women. I'm always a little wary of men that I never hear say anything good about a woman. You know what I'm saying? But what could happen in a man's life where he thinks that other men are going to co-sign that type of behavior? Like, why would anybody come to me and be like, yeah, all bitches ain't shit, and you know what I mean? You know, these chicks out here, they don't want shit. You know, as soon as a motherfucker ain't got no money, you know, then she gone in the wind. But as soon as he's paid, you know, he can have the world with her. That may cover a percentage of women out there. Of course, it's not going to cover all women out there, and we have to be cognizant of that. But I would imagine that a man who has that type of experience with woman after woman after woman after woman after woman, something's going to have to break. He's going to form an opinion that's going to seem reasonable to him. Like if every woman that he's been with has cheated on him, or has belittled him, has ridiculed him, has made him seem unimportant, has never really given him any love. Maybe he has never experienced love, going all the way back to his mom, or whoever the woman was who raised him, or took part in raising him, or was absent in raising him. It's tough, man. It's tough. I don't know. You know, for our people, black people, we really don't have we don't have enough unity. We don't have enough. Our problems are so deep that we can't afford to keep blaming each other for all of the problems that we have in our lives personally. But we can't discount the experiences that we have. We just can't. So for for my woman haters out here, come on, brothers, y'all got to get it together, because you're not really going to be able to be shit without your black woman. I mean, you can try. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about on the interracial side or anything like that. You know what I mean? You can try, but I mean, we're the ones who populate this earth, and the woman that you choose is a reflection of yourself. So if you're a black man and you hate women, whatever the reason for that is, it's still going to come out with the same result. And the result is you're looking at your reflection when you talk about what you hate. If what you hate is women, particularly the black woman, you know what I'm talking about. So, no, I don't think that men who hate women just hate women, just period, or because they're gay or anything like that. There are reasons for that, just like women who hate men have reasons for hating them. But it's a sad state of affairs, and that's something that we have to deal with. Anyway, we'll cover more of that on the show. Yo, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, all of this hating back and forth and all of that, brothers can't be affording to hate women. Come on, man. came from a woman. I mean, he came from a woman, just like Tupac said. And that probably will be the last time you hear me quote Tupac, but it's probably the first time too. It's all good though. The Daily Go Getimism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/son 752. We out. You know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all. Yeah. Hey, how are you?